Hi guys, my name is Akshat. Today I'm going to present my project for this Hush Personal Data Agents Hackathon, which is HushhVoice, your personal AI companion. So before starting off, I would like to thank Manish, Mark, and all the judges present here to give us this wonderful opportunity to learn more about Hush MCP and how personal data agents work. I would especially like to thank Manish for being such a great mentor. He's the one who has been guiding me, motivating me to do this project, and also just being overall a great mentor. So thank you, Manish. So moving on. So a bit about me. So I'm Akshat Kumar, a fourth year mechanical engineering student at IIT Bombay. I'm also pursuing a minor in data science. So my main interest lies in AI, ML, and maths. So I love exploring new machine learning models, seeing how they work from scratch, and trying to implement them from scratch as well. Uh, I love to explore what is the maths behind these machine learning models, how we can tweak them to make it more efficient, and things like that. Coming to my experience, right now I'm working as an intern at Hush, where I'm working on the Hush modular consent protocol and also the Hush personal knowledge model. So these are the two things that I'm primarily working at Hush with Manish. Manish is the one who's guiding me. Uh, back in my second year, I also worked in Team Cedrica, which stands for Team Self-Driving Car. So basically, we build self-driving cars, as the name suggests. So I was the one at Cedrica. I built the machine learning model for object detection and then object avoidance, and then steering the self-driving car to automatically avoid those objects. So this gave me a strong foundation in machine learning models, especially in computer vision based machine learning models. Uh, Coming to my goals, so my short-term goals include contributing to Hush's growth and also maintaining good grades at IIT Bombay, obviously. I also like to explore new machine learning models and keeping up with the new AI trends that are happening. While my long-term goals include to pursue a master's degree in data science from a university in the USA, so I'm preparing for that. So for doing that, I'm preparing for GRE, TOEFL, and also trying to get some good letter of recommendations from guys like you. So yeah. So now moving on to my product, which is HushhVoice. So HushhVoice is your personal AI assistant. It can read your mail, summarize your emails as well, manage your calendar. It can track your health from a smartwatch. So if you're wearing a smartwatch, whatever data is being tracked by it will go to HushhVoice and it can give you good insights and it keeps a track of your health. It can also check your phone usage. It can take basic data from your apps, such as your screen time on each app and things like that. So basically, overall, it monitors your health all through simple voice and text-based commands. And over time, it also learns about your habits and preferences. It remembers all your past conversations and gives you personalized answers that feel just tailor-made for you. So now I'll be giving you a small demo of Hush Voice. So moving on to that. Okay. So now coming on to the demo. So this is the interface of HushhVoice. So right now this is a website, but I eventually and it can be easily integrated with any device like iPad, iPhone, or even your Android phone. Uh, I actually wanted to integrate this directly with Siri, but due to some Apple's restrictions, I was unable to do that right now. But eventually I'll do that. So let's see the website. So let's explore HushhVoice a bit more. So here you can see that it shows that I'm logged in. Here's the title. Here is the chat feature. Basically, all the chats that you're going to do with HushhVoice is going to be stored over here, and you can access them and see your past conversations with HushhVoice. Also, in the bottom left, I'm not sure if you could see because of my video, but there's a settings button. So if I click over here, I get this panel. So this is the data consent part. So this, basically these switches are which uh, data sources do you want to give consent so that HushhVoice can directly access them. So as you can see, when I turned off my mail, so now HushhVoice is going to go through my email and access that and give me personalized answers based on my emails, right? Also over here, there's a small, you can write a small description about my yourself. So I've already prepared a small description. Just a second. So I'm just going to copy paste this. So yeah. So what happens in the backend is that based on this information, a graph rag is going to be created and it is going to remember this data and give me answers based on this. I can also directly add facts in the rag memory. So I can write things like key. Okay. So I prefer to wake up at 6 a.m. Right? So you could add that, or you could even add things like that you like to sleep between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it's going to remember that data. And then let's say you're trying to schedule a meeting, right? So it's not going to schedule that meeting between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that's the power of this RAG-based memory. Now, let's give it a query. So let's ask Hushhvoice, who are you? I think that's the best way to begin. Hi, who are you? So it's taking a bit time. Uh, just a second.
Calendar, phone, and health data while providing smart insights. I also learn your behavior over time to offer a more personalized experience. How can I assist you today?
Yeah. So let's give it another prompt. So like we can ask something like, who is the chairman of Qualcomm?
As of the latest information available, the chairman of Qualcomm is Mark McLaughlin. Please note that leadership positions can.
So as you can see that Hushhvoice can answer any query that basically Chat GPT can access because in the backend it is connected to OpenAI's API key. It can also answer things like what ingredients do I need to make a red sauce pasta, right? So let's imagine that you are in your kitchen making something and your phone is just kept at your side and you can say something like, hey Hush Voice, what are the ingredients I need to make a red sauce pasta, right? And it is just going to give you the answer, making users' life very easier. So yeah. So it answers the ingredients that I need to make a red sauce pasta. So if you had previously from your conversation, you had said that you like a red sauce pasta, like of a spaghetti style. So it's going to give you the specific recipe for a spaghetti style pasta. So the answers are tailor made just for you, right? So moving on to the other features of HushhVoice. So I can also give it prompts like check my mail and see if there is anything important, right? So let's see. So right now, because my app is in production phase, for the first time when you're going to uh, ask a query related to your email, is going to ask you to sign in into your Google account and give your consent uh, to access your Gmail, right? So yeah, you just need to ask the question. So this you have to do this just once, and that too because my app, like my website, is in production phase. Eventually, this issue will not be there. So right now it's going through my it's fetching my all my emails, going all, through them, and also passing in my query, and then it's going to answer my query. So just a second. Right. So here you can see that it has gone through some of my recent emails and tried summarizing and finding what is important. So just to show you my inbox first. So here is my inbox. So as you can see, uh, I have gotten an email from Gemini. I've also gotten these two emails. These are regarding knowledge graphs, graph rack, right? I've also gotten an email from Gamma, right? And I've also gotten some emails regarding Canva. These are just spam emails, you could say. So ideally, my Hush Voice should ignore them and only report the important emails. So as we can see that it only replied back to the important emails. So meeting notes, webinars and workshop, which is so basically meeting notes is this one, right? And webinar and workshop is this is the webinar one and this is the workshop one, right? So as you can see, it is going through my email and trying to find what is important for me. So as you keep using Hushvoice, it's going to know you better and what is important for you, and then that it is going to include in your summary, right? So that is the power of the memory that I have included in Hushvoice. So let's ask something else as well. So you could ask something like the summarize my calendar and all important events for today, right? So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. All right. So now as you can see, it has gone through my calendar, seen what events are there, and then summarizing it. So as you can see that I have a wrap-up report from 9:45 to 10:15. I also have a computer networks quiz from 2 to 3 o'clock. And then from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I have a research group meeting with Professor Sharma today, right? So it is also giving me a good insight through my data, right? So make sure you prepare for your quiz on layered models and have your notes ready. So these are the personalizations that Hush Voice offers, right? Now, all right. I can also ask Hush Voice to directly schedule a event in my calendar, and it will automatically do that. So let's say I can ask something like schedule a study session from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. So what it does is basically it goes through my calendar and checks if there is a free slot between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. If there is not, it is going to tell me that you have a slot clash with this event. So as you can see, it replied that I have a busy schedule tomorrow, and you can schedule so yeah. So as you can see, from 1 to 2 p.m., I have a discrete math quiz tomorrow. So it is telling me that there is a direct clash and I cannot schedule the meeting. So let's change the time. Let's see if we can schedule a meeting from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that. Schedule a study session from, let's say, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Right? All right. So as you can see, it has scheduled a meeting from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., a study session, and it has also given me a small recaps of all the events that are scheduled for today. Right? Now, coming to the other features of Hush Voice, so you could also ask something like summarize my health, right? So I could go ahead and write summarize my health and give me good insights based on it. What do you think? What do you think I should stop doing? Right? Let's ask something like this. So, health data from your smartwatch, from your phone, so your screen time per app, all those types of data are also going to Hush Voice, and it has direct access to it. And it can give you smart health based insights uh, over here. So, you can see. So based on your recent data, you are maintaining good level of physical activity, an average of 12,000 steps per day. So because of the smartwatch data, it knows how many steps I've watched. So basically, I've been wearing a smartwatch for I think 3 days now and recording my health. So it is able to access that. Um, Also, yeah, as you can see, it has given me a good sleep quality insight. So your sleep score varies with low of 60 on one day. Aim for consistent high quality sleep by establishing a bedtime routine and reducing screen time before bed, right? It has also given me an insight about my screen time, saying, ki, hey, reduce your screen time. Also giving me stress management tips, right? I could let's just ask it what all health data do you have about me, right? So summarize all of my health data. What all health data do you have? So yeah, so here we get a summary of all my health data. So as you can see, it tracked my activity and fitness. So it tracked my steps, how many calories I burned, and what was my heart rate. It also tracked my sleep duration, sleep score. It is tracking the averages. And if you ask it, he give me like how many hours I slept yesterday or how many hours I should sleep today and when should I sleep. So it can even give you answers like that as well. So I'm giving you a brief overview of all the things that it is tracking and can give answers to. So it is also tracking my stress and vital signs, my body temperature, my SpO2 levels. It is also tracked my screen time. So your daily stream time was top apps include Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp. Phone uses notification range from this. So yeah, these are the things that it is tracking. It is also tracking all the apps and basic data from this. So I could go and ask like which apps do I use most and how much time time am I spending on them. So yeah, you can see that that I have spent most of my time on Instagram and then on YouTube and then on WhatsApp and then on Chrome. So it's exposing me literally. So I should probably not use Instagram that much. Okay. So yeah, so this is a small demo of HushhVoice. A lot of possibilities are possible using HushhVoice because it has so much data about you, and it is learning all your preferences, your habits, and what you like, what you don't like. It is also creating such valuable data about you, which is also worth a lot, and giving you custom answers so basically, it's Chat GPT with access to all your data and giving you very personalized answers, right? So that is Hush Voice. So now moving on, I'm going to explain how Hush Voice works in a bit more detail, right? Okay. So now let's talk a bit more in more detail how HushhVoice actually works. So as we just saw that HushhVoice is connected, has direct access to your email or your calendar events, your app usage, your health data, and all these data is being sent to the backend AI. So let's see how uh, HushhVoice takes a query, processes it, and then gives a smart response. So what happens is when a user gives a query, it first goes through a classification model. So the classification machine learning model classifies what type of query that the user is asking. Is it related to the health or the mail, or is it a event related query? So based on that, it is going to retrieve that type of data, and then it is going to access the memory, right? So it is going to go through the memory and based on the data plus the personal information. that HushhVoice has about you. It's going to give you a personalized answer just made for you, right? And if it is an action that HushhVoice needs to take on your behalf, so like setting up a calendar event or sending a mail to someone, then it is going after the classification layer. It is going to take that action, and also, of course, it's going to keep this memory in mind as well. So yeah. So now let's talk a bit more about the memory. So I'm using a graph rag in HushhVoice that acts as a dynamic memory system. It builds a knowledge graph from users' conversation and data, continuously learning habits, preferences, and context. Over time, this evolving memory enables HushhVoice to give smarter and more personalized responses tailored to each user. So just to give you guys a demo of the graph rag that is being built. So here as you can see, so this is the graph rag that HushhVoice builds. So based on the uh, short description that you guys just saw that we gave to HushhVoice and all the past conversation that I've been doing with HushhVoice for the last 2 3 days. Based on that, this graph rag has been constructed by HushhVoice. So if we zoom in a little bit, so as you can see, HushhVoice knows about the goals that I'm aiming for a top university. I'm trying to do some good projects. MS in data science, GRE preparation, startup at IIT Bombay, LORs. So it knows my goals. It also knows a lot of data about my health. So over here, data about my health is there. My lifestyle, yeah, like I like to work out 3 times a week. Uh, Early mornings, I like to wake up in the morning. It also knows about the projects that I have built. It also knows about my academics. Okay. So basically, I informed that my founder is also has a hedge fund, so it knows. Okay, it is that's why it's showing hedge fund. PDA hackathon. It knows that at Hush I worked in the PDA hackathon. Uh, and it also knows about my personal life, my hobbies. I like to watch web novels, read web novels, and things like that. So yeah, just a second. So yeah, so that is how the graph rag is built in HushhVoice, and it is able to give personalized answers just for me. So now moving on, I'm going to talk about more about the consent protocol, how I have implemented it in HushhVoice. So now let's talk more about the consent protocol and how I have implemented this in HushhVoice. So, what is first consent protocol? So basically, when the user gives access to their mail, calendar, health, or phone, and it grants access, then a token is issued. The token contains these values. I can see. It contains the user ID, which could be your Gmail ID, issued at what time and expires at what time. So these tokens expires after a certain time. So ensuring safety. So once these tokens are issued, an agent verifies these tokens and validates them. And then finally, the agent can take actions on based on the token that has been issued. So there are no hidden accesses. There are the token also expires after some times, and it can audit all the log, right? So now talking about the consent token life cycle. So user grants consent. Token is created with fields that are written over here, and these fields are signed with HMAC/SHA256. Every token is then validated. Every use checks signatures, expiry, scope, and ID. And agent acts only within the allowed scope. After certain time, the token auto expires or it can be revoked by the user at any time. So this makes access scoped, time bound, auditable, and secure by default. Huh. So trust link ensures when agent A hands off a task to agent B, it always passes through trust link. The handoff is scoped, verified, fully transparent, no hidden delegation. Every step is logged, creating an auditable chain of trust. Right? So you can see that it verifies signature, and only then can agent A pass on a token to agent B. So that's trust link. So let's talk a bit about the impact of HushhVoice. So as you could see that HushhVoice has the potential to change the way people interact with their digital life. Instead of juggling through multiple apps and data sources, users can simply speak or type when and get what they want instantly. By combining health data, email, calendars, and app usage into one assistant, HushhVoice makes everyday life smoother and more efficient, and it learns habits and preferences over time. The impact grows, giving users not just answers but personalized insights and support. Also, for us developers, it also creates a very good data set about the users, how they live, uh, and what all things they like to do. And this data can be used in many ways to make profitable businesses. So this data is very valuable. Let's talk a bit about scalability. So HushhVoice is built to scale across both users and features. Its modular design means new data sources, apps, or integration can be plugged in easily without disrupting the core system. Whether it's handling one user or million, the system grows seamlessly, continuously learning, adapting, and deliver fast, more personalized responses at scale. So you can even add new data sources in Hush Voice. I've created this website in that way. So let's say you can even add things like your bank statements. What purchases did you make? What are transactions? Where do you like to spend money? And it can give personalized answers based on that as well, right? So Hush Voice is pretty scalable. Uh, so yeah. So now let's look at the code of HushhVoice. It's a very long code, so I'm just going to give you guys a brief of and just skim over it. So yeah. So now just to give a very brief overview of HushhVoice's code. So basically over here you can see this is the front end code of HushhVoice. So this is the website. This is the CSS code. It's very long. It's I think 900 lines, and then script JS code. So basically, this script.js code handles all the website related functions and all the query related functions. So just to show you guys some functions that I have written. Okay, so yeah, so basically there is an hand in login Google for initiate token. So all the functions related to issuing token, revoking token, giving accesses is written over here. Also, I've written the code. Also, yeah, also the code for the building the graph frag. Of or to remembering the past conversation is also written over here. Uh, just a second. All right. So here's a function that checks if a calendar, what is the intent of the user, right? So basically, what is happening is ki there's a classification model, right? The classification model checks the intent of the user. So the query, is it a general query? Is it a health related query? And then that specific data is retrieved backed by HushhVoice. So all that logic for that is written over here. There are also some UI rendering features code written over here. So it's a pretty long code. I think it's about, okay, so it's about 140,000 lines long code. Uh, okay, coming to the backend. So here you can see there are these agents. Uh, right. So there are these agents. These are the main functions which handle the queries of users. So over here you can see the reply helper. So basically this is the code which uh, actually drafts an email and then sends it, right? So just to give you guys an overview of the code, um, so basically how this works is basically every time you ask it to summarize or email or do whatever, it retrieves back the top 20, your last 20 unseen mails, and then tries to go through each of them, summarize them, finding what is important and what should be summarized. If you ask something ki, hey, check if there is a email from Professor Sharma. So then it's going to search for Professor Sharma in your email and see if there is anything, any mail from him, and then give you the output, right? So here's a generate reply from inbox code. So here's a system prompt, there's a user's prompt, and then eventually it all goes to chat GPT's OpenAI's API key, and that handles everything. There's also a summarizer.py. This is the code that uses to summarize the email. Similarly, there's this health assistant code, uh, and a lot of code is present over here, right? Uh, yeah, one more code that I would like to show you guys is the app.py. So this is the code. Basically, this code acts as an endpoint. So basically, how I was hosting this website was I was using Rock as a backend server, and I was running this Python app.py file. So basically, this acts as an endpoint for each of the things. So let me just show you guys. Sorry, sorry. So what happens is after the app classifies, after the classification model classifies the user's query as one of it, the data is retrieved by script.js, and some functionalities is retrieved as well. The finally to this end post it comes, and it is being sent to ChatGPT. Uh, so here is the prompt. So HushhVoice is a friendly AI companion. Behave. So this is the system prompt that is going to ChatGPT. There's a Gmail powered endpoint. So the code is very, very long. It's impossible for me to summarize all of this. But it took a lot of time for me to write it. So this is also 1000 lines. So I think I have usually written more than 6000, 7000 lines of code for this. Just obviously, I took help of ChatGPT Pro. So that was very helpful. Uh, and also Manish helped me a lot. He was the one guiding me, motivating me. He explained to me how I can use ChatGPT, Gemini to actually make all of this work. So yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. No, I hope you liked it. So HushhVoice is really, I think I was able to, I hope I was able to satisfy the criteria of evaluation that were the wow factor, scalability, and impact that HushhVoice creates. So, yeah. So, thank you for this opportunity. Bye bye, everyone.